As human beings, we learn from a well-told story. Here is a story that links together the disciplinary core ideas for the integrated 8th grade next generation science standards. In 100 years, humans have used up all of the resources on Earth. Our population became too large for the resources that we had. Fossil fuels are gone, water has become contaminated, and the atmosphere has thinned to the point that it no longer protects us from the harmful effects of radiation from the sun. People are realizing the enormity of the crisis because our DNA, the molecular structure that makes us who we are and allows us to pass on our genetic information, is becoming mutated by the lack of atmosphere. Leaders have decided that the fate of humanity lies in us finding another planet for us to live. We must first look at the solar system in which we live, if any of the planets could be hospitable for life. To be as Earth-like as possible, we search for a planet that has an Earth-Sun-Moon system that creates lunar phases, eclipses, reflects light, and seasons similar to Earth. We look for a planet with oceans and waves. What exoplanets or stars are close enough to our Sun to become a potential replacement for Earth? Before we leave Earth, there is a huge push to catalog our past before we leave it forever. This work focuses on the geographic stratigraphy and how the Earth was formed. It also focuses on what conditions existed for life to evolve and what happened when species became extinct. This work catalogs what species existed by looking at the fossil record and what level of species diversity is needed for human life to exist as well. It looked at the anatomical differences between modern species, and it looked at the anatomical differences in the fossil record. People on Earth began arguing about what animals we need to bring with us and what plants do we need to bring along. People began to realize that genetic variation is required for survival. Using various types of telescopes, scientists discover a new planet that appears to offer the best chance for supporting human life. As we embark on our journey, this is when the engineering problems arise. How many spaceships do we need to get us off the planet? And how much fuel? And at what cost? What will be the mass of those spaceships? And at what speed will we travel? The first complication in our journey involved how to navigate the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. Competing ideas arise involving navigating through the asteroid belt or sending out objects to collide with the asteroids in order to clear a path. Furthermore, complications arise navigating the complex motion of planets and galaxies. And as we reach the darkness of space and our solar panels no longer work, we must build small electromagnetic devices to provide light aboard our ship. Communication between ships is done with light pulses, but also with radio waves via Wi-Fi. As we make our final approach, friction, mass, heat, deceleration, and potential energy are all considered. One unanticipated difference that we encounter is that gravity is slightly less on this new Earth. Other slight differences between this new planet arise, including temperature, rotation, period, intensity of the sun, and weather patterns. And it makes people predict what will humans be like in 1,000,000 years. But more importantly, now that we have a second chance, how are we going to protect this new planet?